Hello and welcome to this episode where I am hiking in Mount Field National Park, in particular doing the Rodway Range and Tarn Shelf. The national park itself is located a bit over an hour out of Hobart to the west, and it's pretty easy to get to. We decided to camp there for a couple of nights. Now, as you can see, there are actually a lot of different hikes and different grades that you can actually do in the whole of the Mount Field National Park. But today I am going to do the Rodway Range Circuit and the Tarn Shelf coming back. I decided not to go up Mount Field because it was just a one-way up and back. And today's hike is about 15 kilometres and it's probably going to take me about 6 to 7 hours. So it is a bit of a long day, but I was recommended it by someone who I met on the Frenchman's Cap hike. So don't forget to register your hike, really important. Now the first part around a bit of a lake is full of Pandani Grove area, and then you'll make a gentle ascent up through some beautiful snow gum eucalypts. Gorgeous little track. This hike is a grade 4 hike and you are rewarded at your first sort of scenic point, a beautiful view over Lake Seal. In fact, I think today is about one of the best days of my hiking with beautiful clear skies. One of the first crossroads you get to is where you can turn right and actually go to the Tarn Shelf and do a loop back to the car park that way. But I'm actually going to continue further up and actually do the Rodway Range before and come back through the Tarn Shelf. You can actually see the shelf over that on the right there. Very hot up here. Wish I'd wore my bike shorts rather than pants. There's a little lizard. Things that move give me a little bit of a fright. There are just these huge boulders of dolerite rock that you seem to be navigating around. Given that you're walking sort of alongside the sort of ridge edge, it's very difficult to sort of work out where the exact top is. However, just keep following the red dots and you'll, as you can see one there on the right, and you will eventually work your way to the end of the ridge line. A little bit of heath up the top here. and a little pine tree. So here I am up on the Rodway Range. A lot of rock scrambling, as you can see. I managed to find myself one nice big flat one, and we can look out westwards. First time I have seen mountains in the distance. It might even, I don't know if it's, no, it might be just a big lake over there. I have to get my map out. We can see loads of mountains out to the west. This is the range that I've got to walk on to then probably come back down via those lakes over there. I just scrambled over these rocks. There is no wind. It's absolutely gorgeous. Best day in Tasmania that we've had so far. It is just me, so I'm going to have my lunch up here. I've got a nice, relatively flat rock, and guess what? My boots are finally dry after 3 days, I think. Yep, 3 days. Day 3, they're finally dry. Forever searching the way through the rock field. You can just see it there, somewhere down there, and a red dot on a rock. So this is just to give a bit of an indication of the size of the rocks that you're crossing and the crevices. Obviously I've picked a smaller section because I'm trying to hold my phone at the same time. But there were certainly ones that you needed both hands for. Coming off from the Rodway Range, you are met with some alpine heath area, and you'll eventually get to another crossroad with one of those signs that you can barely read. Obviously you can go left up to Mountfield West, otherwise heading right to the Newdigate Pass. Interesting, you can just see that the path goes to the right of that knob. You can see there's, I think, what we call boardwalks up there. Pass behind the Watcher, which was that. So we must pass over to the other side. I really did not want to get my shoes wet today. They've just dried out. It was seriously just so stunning up there. The reflection of the sky in the little ponds, Tarns as they're called, I suppose that's a little lake, was just beautiful. Couldn't stop taking photographs. Well, so much for keeping my shoes dry. They are now wet again, thanks to a little bit more mud and slush. Trying to keep on the rocks. This is the little path going down from the pass down to Lake Newdigate. Popular little picnic spot because it's just about halfway for the actual Tarn Circuit, which goes around more of the lowland lakes and then up through here. Just simply beautiful. So the first tan we come across is Backhouse Tan. Got a little bit of an unusual colour to it, and it's got an island in the middle of it, so that's why it's recognisable. You can actually see rising up behind it, that's actually the Rodway Range of what I've walked along the ridge up there to start with, and we're now going pretty much parallel to the range. So you can see from this little map that red line that is going along all the different little tans that are along the way there are all just named after various people who have been influential in the park. Beautiful. The Tarn Shelf Circuit is still a grade 4 hike, purely because you are walking on uneven surfaces and you've got a lot of rocks to go up and down over. Not overly complicated, just more an uneven footing. This beautiful tan is actually the Robert Tan up in the distance there that used the ski little chairlift that you go up towards the Rodway Range, and we continue along this ridge line here to get back to the main track and complete our circuit. So we are back looking over Lake Seal, the one that we started at the beginning, and that little one is actually Platypus Tan. And at the end of the Tarn Shelf there is a day shelter, the Rodway Hut, which can be used in case of emergencies. Otherwise, it's back down the beautiful snow gum trees to the car park. And that was my circuit. So if you'd like to join along with anything else that I do with my kids, husband, whoever, please subscribe and look forward to seeing you next time.